welcome back, my loves. I am Gains with Viv here. If you are new, why is it taking us this long to meet? Right? But nonetheless, I am happy you have joined today. If you like this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and even subscribe. And if you're feeling extra razzle-dazzle, turn that bell notification on. Today's video will be covering everything we done in Tavira. I've just come back, literally flew back a couple of days ago with my sister, and we had a really nice time. Disclaimer though, if you are looking for a party town in Portugal, Tavira is not your place. Tavira is like a fishing village, quite small. Everything's like walking distance. It's very pretty and beautiful, but I would say go faro if you want to get drunk, everything like clubs. There's no clubs in Tavira. So I'm just going to put that out there just in case you thought this was like going to recommend any good clubs, any like, wild stuff. But no, Tavira is nice and quiet, which I actually surprisingly liked. I don't know why, because I'm used to going to like places where obviously you've got a club and you've got nightlife, whatever. Here, the nightlife is different. It's sort of like sit down, drink wine, or even eat ice cream. At even 2 a.m. you're eating ice cream, watching the world go by. So that's today's video. And without further ado, let's go through it. So I will be unpacking everything that we got up to, and then also like recommendations if you do end up going to Tavira, because it actually is a really nice town. It might be small, but like there's plenty for you to do, if that makes sense. And the restaurants, they're really, really nice. Like what? Let me not even spoil it. Let's start on day one, flying from the smallest airport I've ever flew from. Like, I kid you not, I don't even know, like maybe getting through security and everything took about 20 minutes, if that, because it was so small. And the only people were there were the ones catching the same flight with us. So it wasn't like busy like Heathrow where you've got like so many people. No, we just threw. And even duty free was tiny. Like, I didn't even buy anything this time because I was just like, is there any point? But nonetheless, let's get into it. So we got to our Airbnb at like midnight, I believe, because my sister lost her passport, so we had to circle back to the airport to pick it up. Thankfully, some people have handed it in. But other than that, like the journey was really smooth, besides the delays, of course. The Airbnb was interesting. I'm not really an Airbnb person. I'm usually like a hotel and everything. But my sister and I kind of went back and forth trying to find this little Airbnb. It was in Tavira, like within the main square. It was very homey, not really my scene, but it did the job for the 4 days we were there. And then we literally just got in, freshened up, put our bags down and got to bed. That was literally the first day. Now, second day, I wake up early. So I got up at like 7, I think, and I just wanted to go explore because my sister was still sleeping. I just wanted to explore a little bit and go buy us breakfast. So I left, went on a little walk, and this town is so sweet. Like, it was so quiet. It was quite warm because the rest of the days were quite chilly. So this was the day it was first, like, warm, like warmer than Britain, even though UK was like 20-30 degrees. So I walked around, saw the little cafes, restaurants, just to get a feel of like where I am. And like the weird thing about this river, like near us, I think it was a river. I'm not good with rivers, sea and all that. But like those little fishes and everything like that. But like during the day, the tide would go out and it would basically dry out. And then by like late afternoon, it would be full again and people would be swimming in it. And I'm like, where does the water go? How does it know to come back? Like, these are the questions that keep me up at night. Anyway, so I like walked around, took some pictures, and then I came back and made us like a little cute breakfast. I was trying to be in my Nara Smith bag. And I just literally made like bread, eggs, and tomatoes, I think. Even tried papaya because you don't get those exotic fruits here. Or like, even if you do, they don't really taste that good. So our first day was basically, we ate, we explored Tavira, walked around. We literally walked for like 2 hours, looking at places. And they have these beautiful tiles on every building. And I'm like, how many man hours went into that? So like the first day was basically exploring, went into some shops to see what they had. And they had like these handmade pottery places where they had plates, anything you could think of, like household utensils, plates, whatever. They had it in these beautiful patterns. And then we just stopped off for lunch because it was sweating, like it was hot. And then, as you do on holiday, we came home, took a nap, freshened up, and then got ready to go for dinner. We did look at some places, but sometimes I feel like you just have to walk and find and see what other people are eating and see if that's your vibe. Because if you just go through like Instagram or TikTok and just take their recommendations, it ends up not being that good. And it's just either like you're there for the aesthetic, but not there for the food. So we just kind of walked around, looked at some Google reviews, and we found like a pretty nice spot. We took some pictures beforehand, you know, the sun was glowing. It was golden hour, so hair was looking good, lashes were looking good, although I had hay fever and my eyes wouldn't stop watering. So like my makeup kind of ran a little bit. But yeah, no, we saw some beautiful parts of the place we were staying at, and everything is within walking distance, which made it so much better. And we went for this tapas place. She is obsessed with burrata. I'll insert a picture, but burrata, I don't get it. It's literally just a ball of cheese, but it's like mozzarella, and it's just a little bit like more, I don't know how to describe it. It's basically like mozzarella. You have it with tomatoes, you can have it with fruit, anything. Was not a fan. I'm not really a dairy person like that because my stomach and my skin will fight me until I die. But yeah, we had a cute little tapas thing and then went on a walk in the evening. And that was literally our day one. I would recommend the restaurant we went to. I'll get the name because I can't remember it now. I did tag it on my Instagram. So if you were following me, you would have seen like my daily updates, and I was tagging the restaurants because I was just like, you know what, if people are gonna go or find themselves in Tavira for some reason, let me recommend you a few restaurants that are actually quite nice and like a little and cute, tucked away, not like the popular like touristy restaurants where you get fish and chips and that. So literally after eating, we just walked around even more. There was a lot of walking. I will put a disclaimer, there's a lot of walking. And I'd say like bring shoes where like they're not so slippery. Like heels, I wouldn't recommend wearing there because like the floors is like very cobbly or like stones and it's all like slidey. You might fall, you might break an ankle. So bring flat, sensible shoes. And I only brought my trainers and my Birkenstocks. And I was in my Birkenstocks the whole time. I only wore my trainers to and from the airport. That's literally it. And even like clothes wise, I think I overpacked because I could rotate my clothes. And depending on the weather, if you're going for hot, I'd say don't pack heavy. Whereas I packed jeans and my sister was like, why the hell do you have jeans? We're going to Tavira. It's going to be like 27 degrees on one day. One day it was 27. I was so glad I brought jeans and a denim jacket. That's the only like heavy stuff I brought, I think. And then like a maxi skirt. But that was about it. Like I didn't even get through all my clothes, so I'm a bit annoyed, like, why the hell do I bring all this? But I digress. Second day, we went out for breakfast. I had a French toast, which really I don't think was French toast. I don't know. I think it was just toast with a little something and some fruit. My sister had like a yogurt bowl, which looked really good, but I'm kind of glad I had mine. But the lemonade that they gave me, the lemonade is the best I have tasted. And I don't know, I can't remember what was in it, but it was so good. So I enjoyed that. And then we also like went to the beach. So that was like our beach day. Day two was our beach day. That was Wednesday. And the beach was massive. Like they had loads of restaurants and it was an open, like you could go all the way around. It was amazing. And people were playing football, soccer on the sand, volleyball, and it had like a little club, beach club thingy. It was really, really big. But the weird thing is it was a bit windy, so you didn't feel hot. But my sister ended up burning like her legs. And her foot got burned, so she could barely put on her shoes. She had Birkenstocks, or like, I don't know what brand of shoes she has. She's a bougie lady, so they were like stringy. She couldn't wear those because it was tying across where she'd sunburned, so it was uncomfortable. So it was uncomfortable for her. But me, I was cool. I even fell asleep. I think like on a holiday, when you go to the beach, it's just a day to just relax, fall asleep, listen to music, drink a little cocktail or two. And throughout this whole trip, mojitos. I've never liked mojitos, but they just kind of like, they didn't have an extensive menu on cocktails. It was just basically the simple, basic ones. And I've never really had mojitos. Me, I'm a sweet cocktail girl. If I can taste a hint of alcohol, keep it. But mojitos, they might have to be added to the list. So yeah, that was our day. Went to the beach, took some pictures. I did not go in the water. My sister said it was like, it wasn't even cold because apparently it is meant to be cold, but it wasn't that cold. And the only bad thing about that is that when you were in it, like the seaweed was so like, it would like hold on to you. To me, that is my worst nightmare. I could never do it. But she did. Good for her. And then afterwards, we literally just went for food. I had a whole sea bass. Didn't think I'd finish it. managed to kill it. With some chips and a salad. The sea bass was really good because everything is like fresh and it was like fish of the day. So if you're by the seaside, like you're gonna be pescatarian the whole trip, you know? You don't get these luxuries in London to be pescatarian and have good quality food. So food-wise, yeah, it was doing its thing. It was doing its thing. And then we literally just came back and had sushi. Now I tell you, the sushi there, it was bottomless sushi for 19 euros, so probably like 17 pounds. Bottomless sushi for 19 euros. I'm not mad at that. I'll take it. And funny enough, like over the bridge opposite us, there was like a guy like on the violin playing all this like romantic music and people were taking pictures. And it just felt like you were in a film. Like you're out here, this little sushi bar, looking onto the river, the bridge, the sunset. Oh, it was beautiful. We had like 3 rounds though, so we didn't really take full advantage, but it was still good. And then again, literally just walked around, sat down and just watched the world, well, the evening go by. And that was our day 2.
Day 4.
Now, the full day 3 was Thursday, which was my sister's birthday. So I thought it would be cute, you know, let me wake up early, let me go to the bakery and get like the fresh pastries and stuff. Because there was one literally 2 seconds walk from where we were staying. And pastel de nata, if I pronounce that right, is like a Portuguese pastry, and it was actually surprisingly good. It's got like custard, not that you'd think custard in a pastry, whatever, but it was really good. And I got like a couple of those. I got a couple croissants and a couple pain au chocolats. My pronunciations are not the greatest, so no one come for me in the comment section. So I literally made us breakfast. I say made us, I literally just bought the pastries, put like a little message on the, you know, got a piece of paper, I said, happy birthday, welcome to 28, all of that. And then took some pictures in her birthday fit. And then we explored Tavira a little bit more. We did like a little church hopping. Went to a rooftop bar. It was very chilled day. We were meant to go see the flamingos because my sister was very obsessed with it. And I was like, you know, it's your birthday, we're gonna do what you want. At the end of the day, we didn't, because she still had sunburn underfoot and she did not want to do too much walking, which, to be fair, I was kind of thankful because I was like, I don't know if I want to do that. So we just explored, went up to a bar, so, and had like some cocktails, and then went to some churches before going exploring again. And that was like Dora the Explorer type of day, I can't lie to you. And we dressed up in the evening. She looked beautiful in her birthday dress. We took some pictures by the river again before going to this like really nice restaurant. I should have the names for it. They will be tagged in there. But I had this like prawn curry because I was umming and about what I wanted. And I'm not picky, but I am a bit picky. And if I'm at new places, I want to try new things. But then it's happened too much where I've tried something new and I'm just like, it's not what I want. It's not what I like. I didn't think it was going to come out like this. But guess what? I've paid for it. So now I need to eat it. You ever get those where like you don't like what you've ordered, but you know you've paid for it. So now you're just like, I just gotta eat it now. But this prawn curry was the best decision I made because it was beautiful. I want to replicate it. It was a bit too creamy because they put like cream cheese on it. Just, I guess if people find it spicy, it just dilutes it a little bit. I should have just taken that out. And it comes with rice, so it was good. And my sister had scallops, and we were literally on the other side of the river. And then we were literally just watching people swim. And I was just like, how do people swim in that? Like me, I'm just worried about like swallowing all that dirty water. You got the fish in there, which probably is cute, but like for me, no, no, no. And then, yeah, we just had some cocktails afterwards and some dessert. I had this ice cream, which was like, I mixed pistachio, which is a random combination, with salted caramel. Wasn't bad as you might think. It was all right. It was decent. And then at like midnight or so, we kind of went back because it was quieting down, and then just kind of prepped for the next day because that was when we were going to start returning back home.
Several bad puns later.
And now we are at Friday, which was our last day. So we kind of got up, got ready, packed our bags. So our checkout was 11, but we wanted to catch the train to Faro just to kind of spend the day in Faro before catching our flight at 4. So we just packed up, cleaned up, and then just threw our rubbish away because at Airbnb is like, you know, you get a cleaning fee if you leave it a wreck. So yeah, we just done a little bit of cleaning, run to the train station only for the trains to Faro to be cancelled, which in my head I was like, oh, good. But I was just like, oh, okay then, you know, okay. Anyways, we ended up getting an Uber, which was about an hour, but it was like 20 euros. So it wasn't too bad. I just slept because that was the most questionable driving. Like this guy, every time he like, it was bumpy as hell. But we went to Faro and then we went to this like nice brunch spot. Like it's basically in the center. So if you guys do end up in Faro for whatever reason, you can have brunch at this place, which I will find the name of because it was actually really good. And they had like nice smoothies, drinks option, breakfast options. Like there was a variety of stuff you could choose from. And then we kind of went exploring to a church because my sister saw this one where it's like the skulls of like monks, like dead monks, obviously from many, many years ago. And like the whole thing is filled with skulls, like it's made out of skulls basically. And then we just kind of like walked around the shops, and it's so interesting to see how like fashion in other countries is so different to like here, like because they have like bright colors, they've got like different styles that you just wouldn't see, and you're just like, it's so weird. But obviously like not weird, but it's like it's just fascinating to me how like different countries dress and like their version of like fast fashion or like what's current, what's good. Whereas here we're like, you know, always chasing a label or trying to look some particular way. But yeah, it's just interesting to see. And obviously because where they are location wise, it probably wouldn't influence it a little bit. So she bought a couple outfits, and then I didn't really, to be fair, at that point I was tired. So I was just like, I have a couple more shops in me, otherwise I'm just gonna have to sit down. And we just sat at the cafe, and I can't lie, I regret what I had. I chose this like it's a pancake, but it had like what is it? Amazon, I don't know, I can't even remember. But I will insert a picture, and it was like a different type of like pancake, which was very it was very textured, I would say, and it had like Nutella and your basic toppings. But the way it was just done, I just was not a fan. Like you were really cutting, trying to get into it, and the texture of it just threw me off. I was just like, oh, okay then. But yeah, that was literally our trip, and then we left around 2ish to get to the airport because we're worried it's gonna be busy with people getting back from Afro Nation, all of that kind of riffraff. So we just kind of like rushed off to the airport. You had people throwing up, so I'm assuming people were just coming straight from Afro Nation or like some sort of nightclub. But it was actually pretty smooth. It wasn't too busy, and there was just delays on delays, and I was just like, can we just have a smooth ride back, please? We eventually got back at like 7. Sunset. It was cute. It was cute. So like overall the trip was nice. It was short. The first few days I just feel like we were trying to understand because we haven't flown together, just her and I by ourselves. And I come home periodically and we don't speak every day. So like I guess it's getting to know each other's style of like travel and how people are on holiday. I feel like she would have wanted me to be more helpful. I don't know why I wasn't like choosing restaurants, but part of me was like, oh, I feel like I'm just bombarding your trip if you have things. But to be fair, I was just happy with what we were doing. And I think I was trying to be like, no, I am enjoying myself. But obviously, like, I'm just kind of like quiet, you know, um, just not like bouncy energy. But I was like, no, actually, I'm having fun. And I was having fun. I was enjoying it. I like the beach. I like the food. I like the exploring. Like, it was just all fun. But like, because I think it was a different type of holiday to what I was used to, I was kind of like more mellow. And it kind of felt like a mellow holiday anyway. So I was like, no, I enjoyed it. I would recommend it if you are looking to go like to Portugal, but you're not looking for like a busy area. You want a nice, quiet, sort of like, you know, little, quaint little place. I would definitely recommend it. I'd recommend Tavira. And it was cheap. Everything, the exchange rate, everything. I would say it's a good holiday. I don't even think we spent more than £400 each, maybe 300, maybe less. Yeah, because we ate out breakfast. No, we ate out lunch and dinner. Breakfast we probably had at home or made it, so it wasn't too big of a cost. And because you don't have too many excursions and everything, it doesn't run up the tab as much. And even like the beach, it was only like £4, I think, euros, €4. there and back, so €2 each way. And then obviously to see the churches and everything, you pay another €3. So it's really not too expensive. And it was a nice like temperature, nice weather, even like honestly, I wouldn't say it was an expensive trip. So I definitely recommend it. And another thing that kept the cost down is that this is the first trip I've never bought stuff for. And I just kind of took everything that I have in my wardrobe that I haven't worn. So it kind of felt new anyways, because I'm like, I don't wear this every day. So why not wear it on holiday? So it was quite good in that regard. And I even dyed my own lashes. And the only thing, again, as I said, that I paid for were my nails, and they were like £23. So yeah, and done my own hair. So it really kept the cost down. If you are looking for a budget-friendly holiday, I'll definitely recommend it. Oh, last part. This wasn't part of the holiday. This was when we got back, my sister's birthday, part 2. This girl proposed sauna in the woods. I was like, huh? Sauna in the woods? Like, what is that? But it's this little family. They have like this plot of land, I guess, and they've built on it, and they're running like a sauna in the woods, literally in the name. I'll be inserting videos. It was actually really like peaceful. It didn't feel like you were in Norwich, and it's like 10 minutes from Norwich, so it's not even bad. Like if you are from Norwich, I'll insert, and because it £13-14 per person per hour, which is not bad at all. And I'm just thinking like, how does someone just think of this? And this is like a passive income type of business, because it's like in your back garden but nowhere close to your house, or like you're not being disturbed by like the owners. And it's got like a sauna, a plunge pool, this like old minivan, I guess, and you're literally just there. It's got like drinks, like a little fridge, drinks, changing area, and it's just like creepy but cool at the same time. Me personally, I did not go into the natural pool because I just don't do those activities. I was happy for them because they looked like they were having fun, and I was having fun watching them. So that was like yesterday, basically Saturday, and it was actually quite nice. The weather was good. Caught up with my sisters, and then obviously her friends as well. We had like a little, her friend had made her like a brownie. It was so sweet, and we just kind of like sang happy birthday. And it's so weird because it didn't feel like we were in Norwich. It feels like in a movie or something. Like it's just so weird and odd to describe, but that was basically my past week. Thank you for sitting and digesting it. I hope you have found it useful, especially if you are looking for holiday destinations that are like inexpensive and you can just still have fun without breaking the bank. So thank you for sitting down and watching this vlog with me. If you have enjoyed it, please leave a comment. Even better yet, like it and subscribe if you haven't already, and turn that bell notification on because I'll be catching you next Sunday. Enjoy the rest of your day, my loves, and I'll catch you next time.
Everyone, this is it for the holiday. I know you've been enjoying our content.
Lord have
It's
mercy.
time to go home now. We're actually flying back to LA today. We'll update you tomorrow on the. It's going to be a long one.